Well, we talked about it last time, and I went ahead and did a little research, pulled up a list for you to kind of review. We were talking, if you joined us for our last episode, Josh.
About Josh being wrong.
Here we go.
I'm Kenny.
Start with this again. Yep,
He's
that's
Josh.
Kenny, and he thinks I'm wrong, and I'm going to agree to disagree.
Josh is wrong.
Yes, that's how that's also portrayed. We talked about Christmas movies.
Yeah, let's
We're
go ahead
getting
and give
into
you the
that
subject matter.
That window before we debate my level of correct or incorrect. Let us start with our definition of a Christmas movie personally, and I will let you go first because I know I would be in some ways having the hot take.
I can't go first because if I defined the Christmas movie, then I'd have to admit that I'm wrong.
Oh, yes! Please go first. Now I'm glad I've opened.
No,
this
actually,
can of worms.
I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so I'll dig through the worms. It doesn't matter.
I wasn't either. So.
We'll throw it in there that Christmas movies got to be about the holidays. A true Christmas movie has got to be about the holidays, but you can add in a Christmas movie that takes place during the holidays. Doesn't necessarily mean it's about the holidays.
That's going to be where we disagree.
Takes place during the holidays. What we're talking about, people, is he does not think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie just because the movie takes place at Christmas.
Again, I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I love Die Hard.
Give me to the Google Net. Let's see. Hit the plus sign. Yeah.
Yes, you can add a new tab.
When you people are not here, he actually tells me how to go through and,
That's right.
and operate his entire... let's do it this way.
He's going to ask Google.
I don't have a mic
Christmas
stand, by
movie?
the way, because somebody didn't go freaking shopping before they started all of this, and so I'm having to hold the microphone in one hand so I can keep talking because I think it's important that I don't shut up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Google to see if I'm right about when it was released, because I think it was released in the Christmas area. 1988. Let's see if it actually gives me a release date. Wow, do you...
I'm 5.
You weren't.
I was 5 at that time.
You were 5?
I was 5 at that time.
I was graduating high school.
I'm not here to judge.
And it's not telling me exactly like the time of the year that it was released, though.
I'm looking.
I'd love to know if it was released at Christmas, but
it was released July 22nd of 1988.
Wow, I was so wrong about
Guess
that.
who just made an excellent point in his own favor? Yes!
So wrong about that. So it's basically a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas.
And I understand people that
By
have
the way,
that logic. I just disagree with it.
If you've not watched this, Alan Rickman is in it. He's the bad guy, and you can see Snape in a whole different light.
You know what, I first was going to say better light, but then I disagree because I really like the Snape character too. He's just really, really good.
Alan Rickman hasn't done anything that I've hated. Even his role in Dogma was good.
Oh, his role in Dogma was fantastic.
Alan Rickman's just one of my faves. We'll just go ahead and put it out there. But
highly underrated.
But okay, I was 100% wrong on the time of the year that Die Hard was released. They released it in July. But yeah, the movie the time frame it takes place around Christmas because his wife's traveling, for Christmas, blah, blah, blah.
Christmas party, yada, yada.
Yeah, yada, yada. And we're not going to go through the whole synopsis because we're...
Encourage you to watch it if you hadn't seen it, you bum.
Yes, and I just enjoy the debate. I do enjoy, when I do watch it again, I do actually watch it in and around the holidays.
Yeah. Well, that's because that's where the networks run it, because there is a collective of folks who believe it to be a Christmas movie. Right. Because there's a Christmas tree in it in one room in one complex.
Yeah, and they play Christmas music.
Oh, darn.
Probably Mariah Carey on repeat.
Oh,
that would have got the people to let them go real quick.
Yeah, no kidding.
So we got somebody else's list of favorite movies.
Yeah, and again,
this is not our list of favorite movies.
No, I can run mine down for you, and I don't mind doing it. We will as we go along.
Well, yeah, as we go, and we're gonna play off their list, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be up front. Not all of these have I seen.
There's a couple on here that I haven't seen, and that is by no fault of my own. It's probably because they just aren't on tape anywhere. There's one in particular that I haven't seen, and I actually will plan on seeing because of who's in it.
Got enough computer equipment in front of me to pilot the Starship Enterprise, but he can't find a movie on tape.
Well, say on tape, but
get a streaming service. I may not know what Reddit is, but I've got Netflix.
I bet you that movie that I'm looking at in black and white down there is not on Netflix.
Probably not on Netflix.
Hell, they hardly have the Yule log anymore.
No kidding. Let's see. What is the first one on here is the Santa Claus, released in '94. I've not.
Tim Allen, you've not seen that?
No, I've not. I'm having a hard time with Tim the Toolman Taylor being Santa Claus.
Let it happen, because there was another one he did. He's not Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Galaxy Quest?
No. Good one, but no.
I like sci-fi, by the way, but
no, he finds out his ex-wife. He and his ex-wife have a son. He's a big businessman, salesman. His wife works in.
Oh, the one with the little Tarzan boy.
Yes, that's the one.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, how have you seen that and not the Santa Claus?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
If I had a bit of homework. Now, is it one that I have to watch during the holiday season? No. Am I going to watch it if it's on? Huh?
He almost sounded like Santa Claus. He's a hoe.
It's an interesting take and a fun take. It's a
lot of fun. I know the
premise
of the movie, and I've seen bits, but not enough to.
I would encourage you to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to.
I'll
set my DVR.
We'll put that on my list.
I'll set my DVR, but I'm not gonna. If I miss it, oh darn! I've seen it before. I'll see it again. For the Santa Claus.
Okay. I'm like that with A Christmas Story. I've seen it. That's enough.
I watch A Christmas Story. Well,
and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying that I'm not going to go back to it 100 times over.
That's because they have a roasted turkey. That's the problem.
That's the whole thing right there.
If you don't get that joke, go back one. Go back.
And that one, and a lot of people thought that was older than what it is. It was released in '83.
Year I made my debut on this planet. No, I will tell you before I met my wife.
Up years around Josh.
Well, it's a good level of context.
Young buck.
So before I met my wife, when I lived with my parents, when I lived on my own, for me, the true start of Christmas Day, they always air that throughout the day, right? Throughout the day, but they run it their last showing on Christmas Eve. It ends, and they've lined it up at the stroke of midnight. So I would watch that. That's when I watch it. I watch it Christmas Eve.
Somewhere there is a network programmer that is underpaid for making that happen.
Anybody who's done any back timing work before knows how hard that is.
That person is very much so underpaid. Yes. You know how many commercial spots you've got to make sure are dead on to get that to end right at midnight?
It ends at midnight of Christmas Day. So I would watch that the night before, go to bed, and it's Christmas, and then I'd get up in the morning and then go through all the normal Christmas Day festivities. That, to me, was my routine. Now, I have gotten away from that now that I've met and married my wife, because her family does Christmas Eve and my family does Christmas Day, and we're very thankful for that, so we're not having to juggle. We just go to one, go to the other, and call it a day.
Well, to go ahead and tell my age, I watched this when it released.
Okay.
I was 13, and I've actually seen it once or twice since. Very good movie.
It's a great movie.
Enjoy it. I won't watch I won't binge watch it.
No. If it's on during the day, I'll have.
But if it's
most
on,
people run it as background noise.
Like this year, there's several networks that are doing it. One night out of every week, they're playing Christmas favorites or whatever.
Yeah.
And if I'm sitting around on that night and I'm looking for something to watch and I don't want to invest a lot of time or effort into something brand new and this is on, I'd go for it. No questions.
Yeah.
If I had it on DVD, I'd probably throw it in.
Absolutely. And again, the major network that runs it on Christmas Day, it's perfect background noise, because you'll wind up seeing, I remember, if you've watched it once or twice, you can go, I know that part, that's funny. Or, the funny part's coming up, maybe come back later. Most people run that movie in the background. I only watch it the other way because
I have a lot of TV shows I run in the background. I love the shows, but the networks binge watch it. Yeah, they've got it on a marathon almost every week.
Right,
so it's like, hey, let's cut this on. So back to
it's in my top 5.
Yeah, back to you don't really want to get into something brand new when you haven't seen your wife all day and you're trying to conversate and everything.
But in terms of Christmas movies, that is in my top 5. Now, I'm not going to run it 5-1 because I feel like I would need more time on my own to put that together.
Here's this one. This next one's one of my. I have to watch it.
Absolutely.
So much that I own the DVD.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, I own all of them. It was and it's It's actually a Claymation's product, but from 1964, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not necessarily a movie. It's a Christmas special. Now, I was not alive in 64, so I'm not that old. But that was our Christmas thing because the networks would run them like the week of Christmas, a different one each night, and we sat and we watched every single one.
If you've got them on DVD,
yeah, I've got them on DVD. I watch them whenever I want to.
Are they individuals or are they all on the same DVD?
No, they're individuals. But I bought it as a pack. Yeah.
Okay, but if you run them together, you're going to get a movie.
Yes.
So to me, the collective of Rudolph, Frosty, and what's the third one? There's always a third one.
Why do you ask me? You do that to me every time because you know now I'm going to draw a blank. It's Rudolph, it's Frosty, and it's something else.
I can't for the life of me remember the third one. And to me, the third one's a bit of a throwaway. But again, the package together.
Yeah, they're all great.
Top 5.
We're going to feel like idiots when no, it's not going to be the next one coming up. So we're good, but it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and
Frosty
the Snowman.
And there's a third.
And there's a third one.
Yep. Damn it. That's all right. You guys all know what we're talking about.
Actually,
you all know where to be.
There were actually more than that, because what was the one that had Monster Burger Monster, whatever his name was, where you're meeting Kris Kringle for the first time? With Old Man Winter and all of that. Oh, great.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Back
to the Google now.
No. I know what you're talking about. No, I got it now.
That might be the one we're talking about.
Yes, it is. And yes.
That's definitely the one we're talking about.
Yes, it is.
Meister Burgermeister that banned all the toys.
You are absolutely correct.
And all the songs that were in it. Oh, what was the one
They're being sold.
1 foot in front of the other. Soon you're walking out the door.
Yep. I have found the collection and what is in it. So give me a second, and I will pull up the individual images or what all is in it.
We're jogging his brain as we speak. That takes a lot, and I don't have a 2x4 handy.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. Very funny. So you've got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yes, that's the one.
Little Drummer Boy, and then Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, and I own all of them.
Yeah, and again, as a collective, if you bundle them together in one movie or in one stretch of watching, that's a movie night. And, top 5.
And these are actually called stop motion movies, by the way, or claymation.
Absolutely.
And that takes the amount of time in the 60s to make that come together is unreal. And then you figure some of the voices they managed, and every one of them has songs. So if you've got a little kid, you need to get these. Or stream them or something.
Yep. Because they always run them. ABC always has them in mid-November, which I hate. They should be in December.
Well, that's why I bought them, so I can watch them when I want to.
Yeah, I know.
And here, another one of my favorites, 1989.
I'm not going to give you the number because you got all butthurt last time.
Yeah, I was 19. I'll give you the number. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm 13 years older than you. Go jump.
That's fine. I wouldn't have done it if you hadn't brought it up.
But National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, some of Chevy Chase's best work.
I don't disagree with you. I don't set my watch by this one.
And here's one that you may not know, and you can double check if you want to. But in this one, I do believe Rusty was played by a guy that plays on a very popular TV show.
Really?
Yes. If I am right, Leonard from Big Bang is Rusty in this particular.
Is Galecki
Yes.
play Rusty in that movie?
I do believe. Now they had different Rusties.
Does.
Yes, they had different Rusties in
the
different vacation movies. But Johnny Galecki played Rusty in the Christmas Vacation movie.
Smokes.
Now you're going to watch it again just for that.
I am now.
By the way, I'm an IMDb fan. I love IMDb. I love to go look up stuff like that. I'm the guy that sits behind in the theater and watches the credits.
Oh, no. Well, they've gotten us to the point of teasing now, where there's all these teasers at the end.
Well,
of
all
stuff.
the Marvel comics. Yeah, all the Marvel comics have that
Star
little
Wars
clip at
did
the
it
end.
too.
Yes,
the most recent trilogy.
But I've always sat and watched the credits because you don't know. You know, like you may have just found out Alan Rickman was in Dogma and Alan Rickman was in Die Hard. Mm-hmm. He's in a few other things too, by the way. One of those being Galaxy Quest. But anyway, that's one of the reasons I do that, so I can see who somebody is. And it's like when you're talking to somebody that was a child actor, that's now an adult actor, you don't.
Well, look at Michael C. Hall.
Yeah.
Good God, look at Michael C. Hall.
Here's this. All right, so Galecki was Rusty in Christmas Vacation, and Galecki played on Roseanne, and Galecki played on Big Bang Theory. All right, those are the 3 top things now that we can put him on. if you've watched The Big Bang Theory and you're familiar with Roseanne, one of his dates was his girlfriend from Roseanne. Not Melissa Gilbert, Sarah Gilbert.
Sarah Gilbert, yep.
Okay, well, Big Bang stole from everywhere because Blossom played Sheldon's girlfriend.
That's correct.
I mean, if you watch the show and you're familiar with a bunch of different sitcoms.
The 90s threw up all over that series. And I think
and
they did it on purpose.
Awesome. I think they did too.
And it's glorious.
And I actually loved, well, we're getting off the movie thing, but the Christmas movie thing, but I absolutely loved their choices for Leonard and Sheldon's moms.
Oh.
They could not have done any better. Also from Roseanne and The Good Housewife.
That's correct.
So, no, The Good Wife. I put too many words in that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's
a little something extra.
It's a first for me. Typically,
he gave you guys a little something. He gave you a little something.
Yeah, this is why we're calling this a tangent show.
Yeah, that's right.
Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And they're giving 2 dates for this. I'll get your opinion on it in a minute. They're giving 1966. That would be when the cartoon came out.
The original, yes.
And then 2000, which would be
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's version of the Grinch. They're not giving the third one, though.
The new
because there's
version.
A CGI version as well. Now, I'm going to be honest. Their release order is how I'm favorited. I love the cartoon first, and then there's not much that Jim Carrey does that I don't like.
I agree.
And then the new CGI one, my daughter
Benedict Cumberbatch is the voice.
Yeah, and that's why my daughter forced me to watch it. Only Star Trek movie she stayed up for he was in. But anyway, but I thought it was good. I mean, and the story is the same, but yet a little bit different.
I will say, though, the 2000 version kind of strikes me as the corniness that Batman and Robin has in terms of the neon paint.
Yeah, but well, Batman and Robin, the original TV series, was actually set up and done
I meant
to
the
be like the comic.
I meant the Batman and Robin movie with Clooney and Chris O'Donnell.
Well, Clooney was a bad choice for Batman.
Well, guess what? Guess what? Tangent time.
Kenny's the king of tangents.
No. See,
Clooney was an awesome Bruce Wayne.
Thank you. Oh, my God. You're the first person outside of me that has that take. Other people just hate him.
There are 2 characters there.
Exactly.
There are 2 different characters there, and
100%.
you're not asking one actor or actress to play twins. You're asking one actor or actress to play 2 characters.
And Kilmer was shite in both.
Yeah. Keaton's my favorite, though.
Oh, of course.
But now, when you get to the darker side, they did a good job with Christian Bale.
Totally.
The darker side was great, but yeah, Clooney was very good,
he was
excellent
the best Bruce Wayne in terms of.
He didn't do very well for the Batman.
There was no transition.
In my opinion, there might be somebody out there that disagrees.
No, I've been a part of another podcast where
I wasn't a fan of Kilmer being cast in it at all.
No,
I think Keaton managed to find balance.
The worst choice to sit opposite of Kilmer was an Amazon like Nicole Kidman, who's super tall, and Kilmer's like 4'8".
True.
I mean.
He's true.
My favorite is he stands up in the circus segment and goes, "I'm Batman." You know they got him on a stool. There ain't no way in hell. He's taller than the guy in front of him standing on the bleachers.
But anyway, at tangent time.
Yes, whatever. Back
By
to
the way,
Christmas
Jim Carrey
stuff.
played in one of the Batmans.
Yes, he did. He was the Riddler in Batman Returns.
We can do this all day long. Elf almost got on my nerves. Will Ferrell's good. He's very, very good, but sometimes it's just a little much.
I just watched this last year.
Really? I watched
Everybody raves.
I watched it in 2003 when it came out, and I haven't watched it since.
Everybody raves about how flat out amazing, how this is immediately a top 5.
Now, this is typical Will Ferrell Saturday Night Live.
And I don't hate Will Ferrell Saturday Night Live. I don't lose my mind over it like I should, and it just doesn't.
Again, background noise fine.
No, absolutely.
There's multiple great humorous spots in it. I mean, we'll give it there. He's a gifted comedic actor, but just not mine. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite, Charlie Brown Christmas from '65.
Yeah, no.
If you're not watching that from year to year,
no, it's like the claymation ones.
Then again, in July, just for the sake of watching it,
it needs to be in the claymation.
Yeah, it does.
And credit to Charles Schultz for making sure there is a Halloween, a Thanksgiving, and a Christmas.
Yes,
at no point do they bleed over.
He did do specials for all of that, and if you bought the DVD pack that I bought, you got one dedicated to the Pilgrims.
Nice. I did not.
I got a special. I bought the pack of all 3, And one of the DVDs had an extra on it, a special, and it was like a little 30-minute animated about the Pilgrims.
I love it.
Lucy as a pilgrim. Imagine that. And in true Schultz style, it was serious and comedic all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So I'm all for those being there. There's a large part of me, though, that wants to put all the animated classics together. Like, to me, that should go with the Rudolph series.
Well,
I don't want to give it a standalone on my top 5, but you can bet your ass I'm going to be watching.
You just heard me say I've got all of them on DVD, so I'm pulling these out as a pack.
Yeah.
And then we're sitting down to dinner in front of the TV, basically. Right. And it's one right after the other.
Yeah, and an hour and a half later, you've finished them all.
We're watching them all back to back when it's convenient for us while eating a meal. And believe it or not, we've seen them enough times we can do the dialogue, but we're quiet and we watch them. Mm-hmm. It's just the way it is. And by the way, we keep talking about separating holidays. I have Halloween movies I watch.
Oh, of course. And we could do all day, every day with that kind of stuff, too.
But, it's just, this is something, and we did it as kids, so when our daughter came along, we bought them.
Yeah.
So that we could do it with her.
Get them for Emma, there's no doubt.
It's just, and those are just some of my favorites. And this next one I didn't even know existed. The Holiday with Kate Winslet. I haven't seen it, can't speak about it.
I think I know which one that is, but I don't.
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to go with no, and just because lack of information. Yeah. I don't know enough about it to speak on it.
Now, Home Alone from 1990. Macaulay Culkin.
Now, there are some that could make the argument that this isn't a Christmas movie.
Correct.
For the same reason that I argue against Die Hard.
You are correct. This is a movie about a kid that got left at home at Christmas time.
However, all of the goodwill and the good cheer of everyone who helped Catherine O'Hara get home to Macaulay Culkin, that's the Christmas miracle. The folks that gave up the plane tickets, John Candy and his Polka 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 band in that budget truck, all of that combined makes this a thing for me.
Yeah, and you're correct. If you're going to follow the theme of Christmas movie has to have a Christmas miracle, blah, blah, blah,
or something in that realm.
Goodwill toward men and good King Wenceslas and all that stuff.
It's not my top 5, though. It's not my top 5, though. It's one of the ones I always watch.
It's one of the ones that I'll have on, but I don't necessarily sit down to watch it. And by the way, Catherine O'Hara is in one of my favorite Halloween movies.
Oh, yeah, Beetlejuice.
Yes, absolutely.
That's no question. This is the one I can't final tape anywhere. I also haven't looked that hard, so that's... Okay.
Dude, get on the Amazon and type in some words. Okay. Wordage on keyboard. Right. You find stuff like that. It's on DVD. Okay. Probably Blu-ray.
For the record, it's A Wonderful Life.
You might get download it, load it somewhere. Yeah, my wife loves it. I can sit through it once a year. It's a very good movie, but it's just not. It's not my thing.
Nope.
Just keep kicking crap.
Kicked the printer on this time.
Scrooged. Bill Murray.
This is the one I haven't seen.
It
frets me that I haven't seen it because I love Bill Murray. I don't think I've seen a Bill Murray movie I don't like. To be completely honest, I don't believe there's a single Bill Murray movie I don't like.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I love his humor.
It's a very good movie. It really is. This is 1988. I was graduating high school.
I was on the planet.
He just threw his hands up and he was like, I'm not going there.
I was on the planet. I existed on this planet somewhere. Miracle on 34th Street is next.
I have a hard time sitting through this. I really do.
I haven't this too. I haven't seen either version.
I haven't seen the 94 version, and I just have a hard time. Love Actually, seriously, that's a Christmas movie. There.
Nope, I'm down with that. This is numero uno for your boy here. The Muppet Christmas Carol, number 1 on my list. I own it on DVD. It gets watched all the time. My wife hates the Muppets. I don't care. Sign me up. Michael Caine, one of his best performances ever.
Josh is now out of breath.
I am.
And about to piss his pants over Michael Caine.
We peed before we started. This movie does not get enough credit.
No, it does not. But everything Muppets.
It's never.
Anything Muppets.
Never on any of the major networks. Nobody ever carries it.
Anything Muppets, though. I mean, really. The Muppets can do a Columbus Day special, and it would be good.
The later stuff with Brendan Fraser's crap.
But the one they did for Halloween this year that came out on Disney Plus was great.
Yes, it was.
The Muppets Haunted Mansion. That was
yes,
great.
I agree. I agree. But this movie does not get nearly the credit it deserves.
It really doesn't.
That is my number one, hands down.
It doesn't. I can't scroll anymore.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
So the Muppets Christmas Carol, we'll just keep talking about that. Have you seen Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol? Have you seen the one he did?
No.
The animated version. God, I own it. You need to watch that.
I have not seen that.
You need to watch that. That is amazing.
Ooh.
And he plays multiple characters throughout the entire thing.
Well, he's done that in multiple things. He was fantastic in Lemony Snicket. But it's same reason. It's
100% CGI, but they did it with the computer thing with the dots and everything. Yeah. So, but it's CGI. Oh, it's been out for a few years now. Hopefully, it's on the list after we scroll down past the one we don't want to see. Well, he doesn't want to see, but
it's there. We've addressed it. It's what started this entire episode. Thing. I'm not worried about it.
But anyway, you need to get a Christmas Carol that's got
I can do that.
Jim Carrey in it. It's phenomenal.
But Muppet really Christmas Carol, if you weren't sure, is my number one.
We're going down to Die Hard, 1988. We've talked about it. We're not going to keep dragging it on. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton, another genius.
I can't argue with anything.
But here's my thing. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually watch it as a Halloween movie.
I think a lot of people do that, and it's hard not to because everything about it is still Halloween.
I prefer it as a Halloween movie.
That to me is a hybrid that can be played at either one.
Very good movie. And here's the one I was talking about: A Christmas Carol from 2009. With Jim Carrey. Now this is going to be one of my tops. Now, I'm putting all the claymation stuff and the animated stuff in my number one slot, and it's going to be grouped.
They are not in my number one
spot. Well, I grew up on them. You came along after them, but they're in my number one spot. But A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, this one right here is definitely my number two spot.
The claymations are number 3. Muppets is number 1. Number 2 has moved up my list steadily every single year, and I'll be curious to see if this goober has it on his list.
We'll see.
Because I don't even know what the Family Stone is.
I don't know what the Family Stone is either.
It's got Sarah Jessica Parker.
Memorable quote from the movie is, "Christmas is not clothing optional this year. We have a guest."
If that's the best quote that I've never heard, I'm out.
Bad Santa, I've not watched this.
Billy Bob Thornton, Lauren Graham are the two primaries in this.
That's my thing.
You can't soil the old man.
No.
Can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't buy in.
Meet Me in St. Louis from 1944. Nope, haven't seen that.
Judy Garland was in so much stuff, but all she ever gets credit for is The Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
And there's number 2, baby. Right there.
This is my number 3.
This is my number 2. It's the Polar Express.
The Polar Express. I love it. Love every minute of it. Tom Hanks
is a god among men in the acting world.
Yes.
Everything he does turns to gold. He is the King Midas of movies. Good Lord. He made The Crash on the River in New York.
No kidding.
into an award-winning movie. Now, don't get me wrong. A Miracle on the Hudson is exactly what that situation is.
Yes.
But much like Jim Carrey in A Christmas Carol, Tom Hanks pulls the same thing and does it 5 years sooner with The Polar Express, which is my favorite Christmas book ever.
I've not read the book, but I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. Christmas with the Cranks, I'm not sure I've ever.
I don't remember. I mean, I see Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. I don't think I've seen that. I struggled with this next one.
Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger and something comical doesn't work. Not for me.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you. And we're going to go tangent mode here for a moment.
Oh, God.
I will ask you, have you seen Kindergarten Cop?
I've upset no, because I don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a comedic role.
You need to at least humor me and try it.
I'll be back. Merry Christmas.
It's not a tumor.
No.
You're laughing. You're laughing.
I
encourage you to laugh just one time.
I'm laughing at you doing it. You sound like a dork.
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I didn't realize... Dude. This video is terrible to have come out in 99. The video clip they used is not favoring it at all.
Haven't heard of Fred Claus.
I have heard of Fred Claus. You wouldn't be a fan. Frosty,
we've
put in the mix already, so we're good there. We're just working our way down this list.
Yeah, we're going down somebody else's list. From
Town and Country
Town and Country, whatever he just said.
townandcountrymag.org.
Yeah, he said it again. Prancer, have not watched that.
Nope, I don't even know what that is.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone should not be a Christmas movie.
I'm out. But it really? You're going to sit there and put Die Hard in and then put this one out for the exact same reason? You hypocrite. You hypocrite and a half.
Sorry, I just think the Harry Potter should stand alone and not be seasonal.
Guess what? You just double timed and a half yourself.
Well, screw you.
I mean, White Christmas, there are some that are going to put that.
This is from 54,
in the annals of All It's Holy because of who's in it. Again, respect where respect is. I mean, I respect it.
Sure, it's awesome. I've not seen it.
I don't look for it.
I'm now in trouble for Harry Potter, so I'm just going to zoom down the list.
You're not in trouble for Harry Potter.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That's the one we had to look up. We could do the songs from it, but didn't know the name of the freaking movie. Jack Frost. Ooh, depressing movie.
But
good.
However, Michael Keaton sells the crap out of that movie. It's a good
but
one.
I'm going to warn you now, if you've not seen Jack Frost from 1998, tearjerker Christmas movie.
Yes. Not what you expect in a Christmas movie. No. I think that's the intrigue, to be perfectly honest.
Eloise, Christmas Time. Not heard of that.
Nope. Nothing on that one.
That looks like an Olsen twin.
No, it does not. It looks like a horse that merged with an Olsen twin.
Okay. The freeze frame on that's, by the way, horrible.
Horrible decision of
Christmas in Connecticut, 45. Nope. That from 1945. That I haven't heard of it. So we're at the end of the list, really.
That's the end of that person's list.
That's the end of that person's list.
And again, I wasn't going to rate my top 5, but as I've walked my way through this, I kind of don't have a choice anymore.
I still can't believe you haven't seen Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Patrick Stewart did one, too. It was a 100% monologue.
Really?
Yes.
I would be. You know what? Oh, it could potentially
work. By the way, folks, I will watch A Christmas Carol no matter who did it, who produced it, who put it out, or if it's cartoon or what. I love that story. Charles Dickens. I love the story. I've read it. I know I've not played it. I'm not much of an actor. But I've read it and over again, and I think I've actually seen just about every version that has managed to come out.
Right.
And at the end of The Next Generation, Patrick Stewart did it at like a little monologue, and I don't think it's gotten replayed at all, but I watched it that one time. But Patrick Stewart's phenomenal in my book. So it was pretty much because, and I'm sure everybody's got like that one actor, or maybe one of each that, oh, they're in it? Oh, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Could be the suckiest movie on the planet, but, oh, they're in it? I'm going to watch it.
I'm trying to think who that is for me. I think it's starting to be Tom Hanks. Like I'm merging in that direction as I get older. It's like I enjoy a lot of heavy rock, but now I'm starting to get into some of the soft rock as I get older. Like I'm transitioning into that mode. Granted, I like all sorts of music, so that plays.
Well, I'll pretty much. Okay, if you haven't figured it out, I'm a Star Trek fan, but pretty much anybody that's done Star Trek, if I see them in a lead role in any other movie, gonna watch it. Doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter which version of Star Trek. Now, I did not make my way all the way through the DS9 series because it just gets a lot like a soap opera in space. Enterprise, not a huge fan of Scott Bakula. Sorry, Scott, didn't make it through but one season. Have not watched Discovery or Picard or whatever this new one that's coming out on Paramount Plus because I don't own all of the streaming stuff. By the way, anybody wants to sponsor us, I'd love to own all the streaming stuff. But, you know, I already pay enough for cable. If you get all the streaming stuff you want, you're going to end up paying $2,000 a month for TV.
Yes.
But anyway, if my Star Trek stars are in anything, which, by the way...
I need Shatner to do A Christmas Carol. Based on this logic, I need William Shatner to do A Christmas Carol. So do you want him
to play, like, all of the roles or what? I mean, can you imagine?
If he voiced every role, that movie would be 5 hours long. Because he would have to pause every 4 seconds.
Everything. You're just a piece of underdone potato. It's just Jesus, dude. No.
For nothing else but to ruin Kenny's acting.
Will Shatner in A Christmas Carol. 4 hours of your favorite Shatner. Never mind. Anyway. I'm not saying he couldn't do one of the roles, but I don't think he could do all of them.
No, he couldn't, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
He's good.
He should be Tiny Tim.
No, he's the guy in the corner getting all the girls. That's who he is. He's the baker making all the geese.
All right, so I'm going to recap top 5 for me. Muppet Christmas Carol, the Claymations, Polar Express, Christmas Story, Home Alone.
Well, see, I'm putting every single one of the claymation and animated ones from back in the 60s and everything together. They're my number one.
Okay.
And my number 2 is going to be Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol.
Sure.
And my number 3 is going to be the Polar Express.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 4 is going to be National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
I'm not doing a number 5 because I'm not sure I can put a number 5 in there.
You're not even put the Grinch movies in there? Or are they too
yeah,
far out?
I could. No, I could. Let's do that because I love the Grinch movies.
So you're going to go...
No, but I'm going to bundle them.
Are you going to bundle them
Yeah,
because they're all the same? Because that's not really fair if you're doing a Christmas Carol a couple different ways.
Well, if I'm going to bundle... Well, you got a point, but I actually like one of those better than the other, and I don't like one of the Grinches better than the other.
Right. Okay, so
So for me, I'll bundle them just because I like them the same. I like them equally, so I'll bundle them.
That's fine. So the Grinches round out your top 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate that. Again, there's nothing wrong with that logic at all. Do you have a favorite? I mean, let's keep it Christmas themed. Do you have a favorite food at Christmas? Like, is there one thing that you get no
Amish
other time of
bread.
year? Huh?
Amish cinnamon bread. I cannot say the word cinnamon to save my ass. My wife got a starter. This is one of those 7-day.
Oh
things.
yeah.
My wife got a starter for
good sourdough
this
is
years ago.
Yeah.
And it takes 7 days for this bread to ferment, proof, whatever it is you call it. You add something to it here, you add something to it there. No, it's not one of those friendship cakes that comes out tasting like a fruit cake, but it is Amish cinnamon bread, and when she's done with it, that stuff is like heaven on a plate.
Wow.
Dude, I'll put you on the list to get some.
I mean,
she does multiple. I mean, she does little small loaves, and she does multiples. And a lot of it is given away as gifts. I mean, she does a lot of baking for Christmas. I mean, we have a lot of people that we like to give things to, give stuff to, but we don't necessarily want everything to be store bought.
Right.
I mean, we're kind of old school with that. We like to give away food here and there, and just some fun stuff. I do pumpkin pies out of real pumpkin. And a lot of times I've got friends, family that love those, and I'll hand it out as a Christmas gift.
Yep. I'm one of those that is not a fan of the gift card. I'm all for getting them. Not going to turn them down if I get one, but I want to put thought and effort into a lot of the gifts that I do in terms of... Now, my wife keeps an Amazon wish list. I appreciate that because it gives me a theme.
Yes.
I will order some things from it because I know those are things she wants, but I try to be observant to things she has said, or, hey, I'd like this, hey, I'd like this, this would be great to have, da-da-da-da-da-da.
I have run the gambit of... let's see. I got a brother-in-law and 2 nephews, and my oldest nephew and my brother-in-law love craft beer.
Sure.
So if there's something that I really enjoy, I'll put a 6-pack in a bag and share it with them.
Sure.
I do gift cards, but I will do gift cards if I know you're working on something.
Absolutely.
So like if you and I were exchanging gifts, and I knew you were working on your studio down here, and your favorite place to get electronics was Apple, I'd get you an Apple gift card. Because that way I don't have to figure out what piece you need or what fits where.
Yep.
I can just, here's some money to go spend at your favorite place. I do that with my mom a lot because a lot of times she wants stuff for the house. And it's like going up there, measuring, figuring it out, making sure you get the exact right thing, blah, 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 is just difficult. So here, Mom, here's $100 at Home Depot. Go, have fun.
Yeah, no, and I think a lot of that is it's subjective to the individual. And if I know that's what we're looking at, totally do it. I want you to be happy with what you get. But if I got one that doesn't give me any sort of leeway, logic, direction, or anything, I'm going to go, okay, you're a fan of this. You don't like this and this. I've seen this, so you don't need any more of this. Now let's find a way to make all of those work. Let's filter it down.
I get that. I mean, when I'm shopping, well, obviously for my kid and my wife, when I'm the guy that, I appreciate the Amazon gift list. Okay, thank you for handing it to me, what you want. And I'm going to get 1 or 2 things off of that, but it's not going to be everything.
Absolutely.
Because I like nailing you with a good surprise.
I'm very much the same way.
I'm one of those people that I'm listening all year long because there's always something that you say out loud that you'd really like to have, but you forget to put it on that Amazon wish list.
Or you don't think anyone's going to buy it.
Yeah, that. Or you see it right now, and then you forget about it.
Uh-huh.
By the way, and I'll tell on myself, I know my wife's going to listen to this because she listens to all the stupid shit I do. She lives with me. She has to. But anyway, I'm one for...
Margaret, you got a way out.
Yeah, no kidding. You're going to get a gift card for a lawyer from Josh for Christmas. But anyway,
no,
I'm one of those.
I know what she'll be working towards.
I mean,
it'll be a Visa gift card because I ain't covered the whole thing.
There's going to be times there's times when she's going through a store, she picks something up, she'll walk around with it, and then she'll put it back, talk herself out of buying it.
Does she put it back where it came from?
Yes.
Thank God.
Oh God, no, we're both anal retentive about that. We've both worked retail.
Then please join me when I chastise the shit out of my wife for it.
We've both worked retail. We put everything right back where it belongs.
Refunding a store is a nightmare.
We don't leave Christmas decorations in hardware. It doesn't work like that for us. We don't put, I don't need these aspirin and leave them in the toy aisle. We don't do that.
There's nothing that
pisses
me off
100%. We don't even, like, the bin, the rack, whatever, after you leave the dressing room where you put the stuff you didn't want to buy, we'll take it back and put it on the shelf.
I wouldn't do that now because I don't know if there's sanitization policies now in place for that kind of stuff. But before, I'm the exact same way. Carry right back to where I got it from.
Yeah, but
as close as I can get.
I've worked retail. I've had to clean up behind these morons.
Yeah.
And it's just too much. But no, I mean, I've watched her walk around with something, talk herself out of buying it, and I'll go back like the next day.
And get it and store it away.
And stow it away. And yes, I have hidden stuff so well that I forgot to wrap it up. I bought my daughter a hoodie that she just had to have. I went back the next day, bought it, hid it, gave it to her for her birthday instead. Because I forgot about it. Mm-hmm. I hide stuff that well.
Kudos to you, sir.
Yes, I'm old and I forget. That's what that is.
Well, I was trying to be nice because we had this whole ageist conversation
We
earlier.
had to do this one time. We literally had to make a list of what we had gotten for who and where we put it. Because, I mean, and I've got stuff, when I'm ordering off Amazon, I'm not telling my wife, hey, don't open that box. Now, she doesn't open anything with my name on it, but I'm not going to tell her, hey, don't open that box. I get it shipped to somebody else's house.
See, it depends on what it is. Now, if I'm a big ticket item guy, like I'll do, wish list, and then there's the one. And if it's the one, I get it sent to work. Because two things. One, I guarantee a signature during office hours if it's something that drastic.
Yeah.
And secondly, if it's something that drastic, it isn't sitting on my porch all day because porch pirates, which are the most bastardly of criminals, by the way, grow a pair and rob a bank.
Yeah, please.
Stop stealing
and get
stuff
caught.
Steal from the bank who's got insurance, not the guy who's going to have to pay for it a second time.
Either way, you get caught. Make sure you get caught.
But
anyway, I've got a friend, similar situation, and her UPS delivery driver, they know what to do, where to put it, how to put it there. She's got a camera that sits on that spot.
Yeah.
So you steal from her, she's got your face.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I just have it shipped there because it's easier than me having to, because a lot of times I'm not ordering from Amazon, and you can give away a gift with that return address, folks.
Yes, and sometimes the stuff fulfilled by Amazon gives it away, or they don't even box it. It's just, if it's a larger, bulkier item, it's just, look at what I got on the porch.
Yeah, I have a place to go. I have somewhere that I can send it.
Yep. I try to send it to the office.
I have come home from Christmas shopping before and looked my wife dead square in the face and went, "You need to go grocery shopping." Why? Because your Christmas is in my truck. Go grocery shopping. And I've got that. She doesn't want to spoil the surprise, so she'll leave. She'll just leave, and then I'll get a text later on. Hey, can I come home yet? Yeah, it's all wrapped. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
And yes, I will wrap stuff in October if that's when I buy it.
My grandfather, to his credit, would start buying in January if it was not clothing to be sized.
Right.
He would buy in January, and it would be wrapped. There is nothing to go by his house for a lunch or whatever in February, and he was like, "Hey, check that out!" And there's a pile of Christmas presents on the freaking guest room bed.
I am 100% on board.
That was a room that we were told on pain of death we did not get to enter. I don't know what he could have possibly stored in there. And to be honest, when he and my grandmother were both gone and we had to clean out that house, I stopped at the door. I stopped at that room door as we were cleaning out the house, and I was like, I had a moment of, I'm not sure I should go in there. And my mother goes, "I think we're past the point of you being in trouble." And I was
but,
like,
you know,
but
respect.
I'm like,
respect.
I'm
man.
like 30.
I mean, yeah.
I'm 30, and I'm like, I'm not going in there.
What I tell you when I wipe my feet when I come through the house?
Nope, that's
he's in there. Oh, come on! I'm like, nope. My grandma will come back and beat me in the back of the head. Gib slap the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. There's just some things are just respect. I get it. I have actually get this. I've come home before with the keys to the camper, put all my gifts in the camper, went inside, got the wrapping paper, went outside to the camper, wrapped everything in the camper, took it inside, put it underneath the tree. Or actually, I've done this before the tree's up. I've had presents sitting where the tree goes before the tree's up.
Nice. I have not gotten to that level. If I've got something that I've got on the radar and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. My wife has developed this bad tangent for joke boxes for the shock factor. If you need that, I recommend it because you said your wife loves the surprise.
Yes.
Get a gag box to put something else in. I had joked about for the longest time wanting a Nintendo Switch, the handheld console that they came out with.
Yeah.
Love it, play it, Mario Kart. I'd challenge anybody, let's throw down whenever. But I was hoping, I'm like, why? But I didn't it's an expensive thing. I don't expect anybody to buy that. I figured I'd get some money, go towards it, so on and so forth. No big deal. Well, sure as anything, Christmas morning comes. I have one box left, and my family, there's a small part of me that hates us when other families talk about how they do Christmas. My mother, don't open that one. That one's last. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Damn it. Now you've built suspense. It better live up. It better pay off. Because then I'm going to be I don't want to be disappointed. I've never been disappointed, okay? Let me put that disclaimer out there because my mother will gib slap me. But there's that side of it. And so I'm the same way. I got it from her. Like, that's last. I'm always like, I want to open it now. Tough shit. That's last. I hate myself when I do it. However, I want that to be last. So I get a box. I unwrap the box, and it is the dog tray table, which is nothing more than a vest for your dog with a tray on the back. Think R2-D2 in Return of the Jedi. And I went,
nice.
Well, that's different. Are we having a party? And she goes, you're an idiot. Open it. Let's see what it looks like. I open the box. Nintendo Switch.
To your point for this, I can promise you, the statement in our house is always, is that what's in here? is this really what's in here? Because we are bad. You know, we are bad for, and we talked, a couple episodes back about keeping the box.
Oh, yes, that's right.
We are bad for we've got the box to something else. So, you know, we put the favored, this is my number one, this is the big thing I want, and we're going to put it in the box to something else. And then there's that whole, they really don't think they're going to, especially a child, I mean, your kids really don't think they're going to get the big ticket item that they asked for. And in our house, they open it up, and it's like, they look down and they look back up, look back down, look back up, and every time my daughter would go, is that really what's in here? And my response is always, hell if I know, open it up.
So, it's become a joke at our house because we will, as you said, identify. My mom will write it on the tag. Open last. Open next to last.
Nice.
I'm like, oh. Because when we pass stuff out, we just go ahead and sort bunches at a time. So it's you got a couple, you got a couple. So everybody's got. But sure as anything, she doesn't remember where she puts the stuff. So it's like open last. Oh, I know what that is. Now we have to GPS our way to it. Well, she has a certain type of shoe.
My dad really did that one year. Not with GPS, but he really did a scavenger hunt.
Yep. So she has this type of shoe that she wears. It's an orthotic brand. As she's gotten older, she's gotten a bunch of them. Well, they are perfect size for bunches of different things. So it's not a holiday or a birthday or something without somebody getting, the brand is called Hotter. It's shoes. But It's this bright yellow, neon highlighter yellow shoe box. And and as a collective, all of us being idiots go, oh, it's a Hotter box. It's not that funny. We need to stop doing that. But I find myself every time going, it's a Hotter box, just like everybody else. Such a goofball.
I've actually, and I started this with my dad, using the ribbed packaging tape to tape up the box.
I'll tell you what.
I have wrapped presents. Yes, I am. I have wrapped presents for my dad, and I have started with wrapping the item. And the box that the item comes in, just wrap that in that ribbed packaging tape, and then wrap it up.
So much.
And then I will put that in a box. And I will wrap that up. And I've been known to put rocks, bricks, whatever in there with it. It has been a game in my life. And we do not sit down to open presents. Even in my house, we do not sit down to open presents. We didn't sit down to open presents at my mom and dad's without a pocket knife and a pair of scissors.
So my mother-in-law does that as a gag each
God,
year.
it's fun.
She throws
I love it.
She throws cash or whatever, cash, gift card, whatever, and then wraps it in layers all the way out until it's. And she keeps boxes, but for this again with purpose
for this task.
And then she used ribbing. She used the rib tape. I have a propensity for packing tape because once that stuff's set, it ain't coming off. You're taking the cardboard.
Gorilla tape. I'll do anything.
Right.
Whatever.
Well, she tasked me with the job one year of making it. She laid out all this other stuff, and I went, I got this. And I did. I layer on layer, because what they're doing is they'll take 2 6-sided dice, and it passes around the room. It's a game.
Oh, okay.
Roll the dice. You keep rolling until you get doubles.
Okay.
When you hit doubles, the person who's opening ahead of you stops. Then you get handed the box. The next person starts rolling for doubles.
All right. This sounds a lot like Dirty Santa, only you probably should call it Bastard Santa.
Right.
Santa's a bastard.
So multi-layers of the packaging you do for your father that starts in a TV box and finishes in a ring box. No. Now, look, there are no... there's no bricks, there's no stones, there's none of that. You know what's in this thing. The rule is you cannot hit it, you cannot kick it, you cannot elbow it. You must use your hands, which are in oven mitts.
My dad put change in a box, wrapped up with something small that he taped to the box so it wouldn't move, and then actually wrote fragile on the wrapping.
Nice.
Because what he wanted, and it happened, you pick Somebody it up, and it sounds like it got dropped, and he starts, and my dad was good for all damn. Well, sorry about that one. So you're sitting over here, and we're talking about, an 8-year-old. Yeah. So the tears are welling up. Yeah, and now it's sitting on the floor. You're very easily, because you don't want to break it any further. It's like, we've been doing gags for forever.
For the record, we are getting a real glimpse. I am getting a real glimpse into who you are and how you got
now
here.
Now y'all know.
Now I know.
Now you know
this
where
is
it
enlightening
came from.
for me as much as it is for you guys who are getting to know us.
Now y'all know where all the sarcastic bullshit came from. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. And also, there is nothing harder than trying to get a box open with oven mitts on.
Oh, God.
So think packing tape and rib tape with oven mitts. That's the thing you missed is the end. Right. Like, you got to be in oven mitts to do this.
Here's one. So when my wife and I were dating, I took her Christmas shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, let's see. Might have been engaged at the time. Yeah, we were engaged. Took her Christmas shopping. And she goes, hey, I got to get some socks for my nephew. Now, she's got a nephew that's only a year younger than she is.
Okay.
So she said, I got to get some socks for my nephew. Come over here and just pick out whatever you'd like to have. Guess who got those fucking socks on Christmas morning? Picked out my own damn Christmas present.
I love it.
See, it's not just me being demented. The whole household's demented.
It becomes a theme.
Well, it does. And what better time of the year to have fun?
Oh, I know. You can have fun anytime, but again, there's always that air of festive in the mix.
My whole family loves to laugh, hence all the stupid jokes that you get.
Sure.
And I don't know that it sounds like I'm bullying or not, but whatever. I don't want to bully somebody, but I love picking on people. And as long as you can take it well. I mean, if you don't take it well, I'll leave you alone.
Right. And I think that's knowing your audience.
You got to be able to take it well. I'm a sarcastic little shit, really and truly.
Yeah. Again, that's why this is a thing.
I'm getting a t-shirt.
Yeah. God, it's
actually have a t-shirt.
It's like you worked in radio. Your entire thing in success was based on, I got a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's all about the swag.
Oh, wow.
Perform like an idiot. Oh,
I
got a
people
t-shirt.
upside the head tossing T-shirts before.
That's the
Oops.
best.
Well, you should pay attention.
Pretty much. If I'm up there throwing them, I'm not. I refuse to apologize.
I apologized.
I don't care how drunk you are. It's what you signed up for.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like being in the splash zone at SeaWorld.
Oh, God.
I can't believe I got
always hated
wet.
those people at the pool. It's like, don't splash me. Get away from the pool if you don't want to get wet.
Go lay out in a parking lot.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, scream at somebody else's kids. Y'all stop at splashing. And I'm the one that's over in the corner going, it's a fucking pool.
Right.
You don't want to get wet, stay home. How do you shower?
Sunbathe on your deck.
Yeah, no kidding. You're at a public pool with a bunch of 5-year-olds. You don't want to get wet?
That's almost enough to grab like 2 pitchers from the snack bar and just go and just baste everyone on the outside.
I'm a decent-sized guy, and I can cannonball like the rest of them.
Oh, it is on like Donkey
you don't
Kong.
even give. That's an invitation.
Yeah, I don't want to get wet. Oh,
I don't want to get wet. Go home.
You got 5 seconds, or in the amount of time it takes me to walk, not run. So I set a good example for the lifeguards to your side of the pool.
Oh, I did it one time and just holler, hold your nose. I just went for it.
Yeah,
whatever. And by the way, ladies, if you're sunbathing and you don't want the tan lines and you're on your stomach and you undo your bathing suit, it's your fault.
Yep.
It's your fault. You don't want tan lines when you're sunbathing, go to a tanning studio or buy your own tanning bed or do the nude thing at home.
Apparently that's a lot more common than I thought. People buying their own tanning bed.
Yes, actually. Yes. I know a few people that own their own.
Like I host a swap shop and I hear that more than I care to admit.
Yeah, it's no.
And then the voices. That's my other issue. I'm dealing with live callers. I start putting images to voices, and then I get grossed out.
Then he deals with me texting him.
That's the other thing. With Kenny in the public sector, I get messages all throughout my show talking about the exact same thing that my mind has already said to itself. So to find vindication in a text message, first off, is scary because you're in the same boat that I am. But secondly, I know I'm not alone. There's a level of comfort there.
It's
that I'm not the only depraved
people
idiot.
listening to this that don't know us personally, so for the one of you that just stumbled on this and for some strange reason thinks it's a good enough train wreck to come back to, they've already figured out what they think we look like.
Ooh. Well, we've given some descriptors.
Yeah, some. But,
very mild.
Not a lot.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, they're looking for your OnlyFans.
If only we could start and finish.
They now know what movies are going to be played in the background during Christmas. And how long it's going to take you to unwrap it.
See, I now have my theme for my holiday OnlyFans.
Your holiday OnlyFans. It's just going to be me holding layers and layers and layers.
It's going to be me holding a camera in a recliner, showing both of my feet with holiday movies in the background. Woohoo! Pay me my money. Pay me my money. Somebody give me the cha-ching sound
18
effect.
rolls of freaking wrapping paper over in the corner. You ain't going to get to see anything, folks. He's going to have a tube over it.
Also, no matter how old you get, it is a lightsaber or a sword or some form of
It's a lightsaber, it's a sword, and it's a megaphone.
That. I will tell you, if you've not done that to your dog, grab it and talk into the wrapping paper tube.
My dog wants the tube. He wants the paper towel tube too. He likes to tear it. He likes to kill them.
Yeah, mine does too. But if you're talking through it, they're looking at you but hearing it here, and they're like,
"Oh, I can." No. All you gotta do, you get an empty paper towel tube. My dog is on you like you just unwrapped a piece of cheese.
Oh no. Mine are thankfully mostly cautious enough to wait for me to give it to them.
He's coming at you. Mine's going to come at you, and he's going to stand there, and it's going to be his pretty stance. Ears are perked, his tail's. He got that one paw up, looking at you like, mine. Is it mine? Is it mine? You almost hear the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine. I mean,
I love it.
And then he takes it and he prances off with it. And the next thing you know, there's cardboard everywhere.
You feel like when he leaves with it, he's just going to go and he's going to put it on a pillow and it's going to be the greatest thing. And look at what's mine. And then you round the corner and all you hear is a train wreck.
Definitely Definitely. Oh God, yeah. Cardboard ripping. It makes my teeth hurt. It just
right?
It's horrible.
Ugh.
But he has a blast with it.
Nope.
He has a blast with
same
it.
boat.
But anyway,
same boat.
So there's our Christmas list, our Christmas stories, and this is probably going to go out there way before Christmas. Well, who knows? I don't know. Merry Christmas.
I mean, we're in that mid-November range when we started this podcast.
Merry Thinkmas.
So, yeah, let's just go with Festivus.
Merry Christmas Festivus. I love Festivus. Yeah, there's another comedic genius.
Hopefully, if
Ben Stiller's dad.
Yeah, Jerry Stiller. What a man.
I always teamed up with his wife though. Every time, even
yes,
they did it. They did Three's Company there for a while, and Seinfeld.
Yep. I just, if nothing else, maybe you have gotten a new take on a movie that you had not watched or been avoiding, and your holiday season is either made better or worse. Either way, you're welcome.
And if you were looking for a movie that you've never seen before that was really, really old, go back and play this slowly because we skipped those really, really quickly.
We did, yeah.
We just straight over them. It's just... Oh, look, that's something we don't know anything about. We're not going to talk about it. We probably shouldn't talk about anything, really.
No disrespect to those. It's just...
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you were in one of those movies, ha, 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 ha.
That's how you go.
We don't mean any offense. No, I mean, we're
here to have fun.
We like everybody. We just haven't watched the movies from the 1940s.
I don't like everybody. I tolerate everybody. I like most of them.
Most people, unless we're on the highway.
Yeah, you have serious road rage issues. Stay tuned for that at some point.
Yeah, it's a green light. I mean, come on. You don't get to pick your shade. Put your phone down and pay attention to driving.
All right.
Let's
go celebrate.
Later.